similar sounding roots have meanings associated with strength, support, and grounding. Der, D-H-E-R, could be connected to Proto-Indo-European words like der, D-H-E-R, at the beginning. This is just der, but der at the beginning, which could have been constructed to mean to hold, to support, or to sustain. These roots are often linked to physical stability or spiritual grounding. Another possible root is deru, D-H-E-R-U, meaning to make firm or to endure, which would tie into the idea of strength or resilience in pre-Indo-Aryan cosmologies. Given these phonetic and semantic connections, we can interpret der in several ways within the framework of pre-Indo-Aryan languages. Der might have symbolized something that provided support or stability, like the earth or ground. In many ancient cosmologies, the earth is often personified as a foundational support for all life and existence, both physically and spiritually. Der, D-H-E-R, could refer to grounding force, a supporting entity, or even a divine force that holds the world together. The concept of strength and endurance is prevalent in early spiritual traditions, especially in relation to the earth, mountains, or cosmic entities that endure through cycles of creation and destruction. In this sense, der could represent the force of resilience, an entity that withstands challenges and provides continuity over time. It might also relate to cosmic order, where such forces are needed to maintain balance in the universe. Der, D-H-E-R, could have been used in the context of divine or cosmic support. In early cultures, the divine forces often manifest in natural elements like the earth, sky, or waters, which were believed to hold or sustain life. Der could have been associated with cosmic or spiritual force that upholds the heavens or supports the cycle of life and death. In many ancient traditions, rooting or being grounded in the earth was seen as a way of connecting to the spiritual realm. Der could symbolize this rootedness, whether it was a physical connection to the earth or a deeper spiritual connection to the underworld or ancestral realms. This could also be connected to the idea of divine fertility, where the earth is seen as a source of life and spiritual growth. In early spiritual systems, der could be tied to the practice of shamanism, where the shaman could descend into the underworld could descend into the underworld to seek wisdom or healing. The earth and its foundational entities were often seen as a portal or medium through which one could access other realms of existence. Der might then symbolize this earthly connection, which serves as both a physical and spiritual foundation for those who seek to communicate with the divine or ancestors. Similar to the concept of the axis mundi or world tree, der could also represent the cosmic axis that connects different realms, such as the heavens, earth, and the underworld. This would tie it to the notion of stability and balance, where where forces of creation and destruction are harmonized by the central support of grounding principles. The Sanskrit root dhr, dhr, means to hold, to sustain, to support, which is very close to the meaning inferred from dher or der, dher. This connection suggests that the term may have carried similar connotations in the pre-Indo-Aryan linguistic context as it does in later Indo-Aryan traditions. This could reinforce the idea that dher, representing something foundational, supporting, and enduring. The Proto-Indo-European root dher, is often associated with physical or spiritual stability, and it shows up in many Indo-European languages in words related to endurance, firmness, and holding. This suggests that the term dher, could have had a deep primal significance for early cultures, presenting something that supports the cosmic order or earthly stability. In pre-Indo-Aryan context, dher, likely refers to something that provided stability, support, and strength, both physically and spiritually. It could symbolize the earth, cosmic forces, or divine energies that sustain and uphold the world. The term is closely tied to concepts of grounding, resilience, and endurance, which are foundational to early belief systems and cosmologies. This interpretation aligns with broader shamanic and animistic worldviews, where natural forces and elements were seen as living spiritual entities that maintain balance and harmony in the cosmos. So this was actually pretty good. I'm hoping that I am doing all right on this. I believe I will stop it here and continue later on, because the next topic I'm going to go into, I'm going to dive deeper into the topic of the Turl, which is Turl. Now the Turl is where we start. Well, we've discussed the Yggdrasil. We've also discussed the symbolism with Dur and the Igjwa. But now we're going to start talking about the Turl, and that is the mythical bird, which is in Hungarian folklore. Now we've been talking about the Nords, which is cool, and I love talking about the Nords, don't get me wrong, but there's more to it. There's always more to it. This is Indo-European, Indo-Aryan linguistics, and believe it or not, the Hungarians are thick into it. You know what I mean? That's where a lot of the stuff goes into. The Hungarians, the Romanians, and that area right there, as well as the Germanic and the Nordic. It's all interconnected, and then you have the Russian steppe. So I'm probably not going to be able to get into all of the stuff that pertains to Indo-European linguistics, but I will do my damnedest at doing it. And the next one is going to be about the Turl. It's going to be about the mythical bird that is supposed to be, or birds. I believe there might be more than one. I'm not quite sure. I have to go back over that. But it holds significance because these are the birds that are on the world tree. And it's a very important part of it. The symbolism and everything, Has to do with eagles and falcons. I've always talked about there's a connection with a lot of these religions and belief systems that connects the serpent with the bird, and you'll see it all over the world in different cultures, in different civilizations. And there's a reason for that. So this is where I want to get into that, and hopefully I don't make it too boring for you guys. If you're into stuff like this, then this is good stuff. But if you're not really into this, I apologize. I understand if you don't want to watch it or listen to it, but I hope you do. This is very, very good stuff. This is stuff that I was eventually led to because of my love for ancient history. To be honest, this is the gold nugget. You know what I mean? The cream on the crop. The cream of the crop is how you're supposed to say that, I guess. But this is it. After this, you go back into prehistory and you start talking about how cavemen used to, kill animals and stuff. Yeah, and if they committed murder and things of that nature, which is cool too. Don't get me wrong, but it's not a part of history. So. With that being said, I'm going to check the chats and see if there's anybody there. Rusiris started following me on Beam Stream. Thank you for the follow. I understand, or I appreciate that. I believe that was on Beam Stream. If it wasn't, it was on Kick. I can check that. Yeah, it's not that. It is on Beam. Thank you for the follow. Thanks for everybody who has watched the stream. I do appreciate that. It doesn't look like we have anybody who has made any comments. So, Mr. Nice said, love the light from London. Love and light from London, UK. An awesome channel. Thank you, Mr. Nice. I appreciate that. Thank you for leaving a comment on YouTube. That's very appreciative. Thank you for stopping by. And again, I'd like to also point towards Dragus Production. If you guys want to listen to some pretty good content, check them out. They have their show going on tonight. There's actually 3 of them. There's Censorship, Sucks, which is going on right now, I believe. And then there's Paranormal Investigation, which a guy by the name of Jack does. I like his stuff. He's got some good stuff. Check him out. That should be going on here in a little bit. And then you have Vixen's Vault, which is also another good show that they do, and they do it back to back tonight. Censorship Sucks is also on Sunday nights if you guys want to check that out. And you can find them on Rumble. You can find them on DLive, Twitch, as well as Kick. And just so you know, Dragus Production is also streamed on radio. So you can check them out on the radio too. So good shows. That was me giving a plug for my buddy Mark, because he does support me a lot on these shows. If you guys have the chance to go in and show some appreciation to him, do that. He's a pretty good guy. So with that being said, I am done giving out plugs. I am done with the show, and I am sick of talking, dude. I ran out of coffee too,